a lot of inexperience, a lot of youth, but it's a group that's coming well together. Just, I would say the team chemistry is getting much better. They're working harder in training, they're competing a little bit harder, so I've seen that progression. And they're beginning to pick up the ideas that we're trying to get them to carry out during the game. So there's definitely improvement with that young group. So with us, it's a game where our players make decisions. They're constantly thinking, constantly processing information. We always tell them the 5 things they need to think about while they're playing. So it's just teaching them how to do those things. And then obviously as a game plays, we ask questions, we see how the other team answers those questions, and then our players make those decisions depending on what they read. And obviously always giving the player on the ball multiple options, and they just have to pick the right one in that situation. So we have a small class, only 3. So AP, which she's coming back from injury last year, but she's been playing a little better each game. Her confidence is growing coming back from that knee injury. And she scored a hat trick last game out. So you can tell she's progressing. She'll be a big part, just trying to keep her healthy this year. She should have a very good year. And then we have Kate, KB. She's another player who's stepped up really big. She's probably been our best defender so far. And she's kind of leading that line right now. So, she didn't play center back last year, but this year, out of necessity, we're playing her at center back. But she's done really well, so that's been a nice surprise. And then also Bailey, our 3rd sophomore, she's been playing center back for us, and she's had to fill in a lot just because of some small injuries we've had during the season early. But she's done well, and she's progressing. She's kind of developing in that spot. So, good things from our 3 sophomores so far. Ailey being a freshman, she's played every single minute, only having 1 goalkeeper, and that's been kind of good and bad for her because it takes a lot of, a toll on her body playing that many minutes. But she's held up well. She's doing well on the field, and she's very vocal, kind of developing that leadership that we like from the goalkeeper. Her teammates respect her, so that's been a good fit as far as in the back. Our outside backs, obviously being freshmen, the ones that get the most playing time right now are Annalise, we can just call her AE. She's obviously coming in, new to the college game. She's going through the learning process, trying to settle down a little bit as she plays, trying to get her to read the game a little bit quicker, be a little bit more calm on the ball. But she's played, and she's probably played every minute of every single game we've had so far, so she's gaining that experience. And she'll do well. She keeps on progressing and keeps on figuring things out. On the other side, we've had 2 players kind of sharing the load on the other side. So we've had Sierra Baxter, so she's played some at left back. Kylie McNair has been the other player who's played at left back. And same thing, 2 freshmen, just kind of figuring it out as they go along, trying to get them a little bit more calm and relaxed. But they're both progressing well, and they're playing a little bit better each game. So Tiffany, she's the other center back. Now she's dealt with some injuries early on, and so she's played a lot of games, but she's also missed a lot. So we're trying to get her back right now. But as far as talent-wise, she's very athletic, very talented. So we're just trying to keep her healthy and just keep her progressing. So in the middle, we're yet again very young. We've got 2 players that are pretty much playing the majority of the minutes. So we have one of our freshman internationals, Valentina. She's filled in there very well. She's trying to adjust to the style of play here, just being a lot more physical and a lot less time on the ball. But she's doing well. Like, she's working well. She's very technical, very good on the ball. So she's been able to adjust a little bit better. And then we have Lainey, another freshman, the local player. She's also she's just transitioning into the college game, but she is learning fast. and I see her just playing a little bit better each time out. She does more good things. So we've had a couple players fill in. Like I said, with the injury, we have AVERY. So she's actually filling in as a center back right now because of injuries we've had there, but she's also filled in at center midfielder. And she's also a player that's just trying to get comfortable in the college game, trying to work on just her presence on the field a little bit more, being a little bit more aggressive, playing with a little bit more confidence. But she's technical enough, and she's done really good at filling in and giving us some good minutes in the middle and also at center back. So up top, so we already spoke about AP, so she's doing well. We have 2 other freshmen that are playing that center striker role for us as well. So we have Morgan Pickering. She's played a lot of minutes for us up top. She's kind of very similar to Lainey. She's adjusting to the college game, adjusting to the physical side. We're asking her to use a little bit of a different skill set than she's used to, so she's trying to develop that side of her game. But she's progressing, so she's doing a little bit better each game. A player that if she continues to progress, she should do well in this league once she kind of puts it all together. We have another freshman also playing some minutes there, SKYLER, VANCE. Same thing, just trying to figure things out, trying to play a little bit different style, getting used to a little bit more physical game, a little bit quicker pace. But she's progressing each training session, each game, she shows a little bit more. So they stay healthy, they should just continue to move forward. As far as those center strikers, those are the main 3. Now on our wide players, we have mostly freshmen. They're pretty much all freshmen. So out wide left, one of the players that gets a lot of minutes is MARIANA, one of our internationals. A player has a really hard work rate, very fit. So she is dangerous out wide and does a lot for us, both sides of the ball. And kind of like with her, she's just trying to learn her teammates, learn the style of play, but she's progressing well, and she's definitely dangerous out wide. On the other side, we have Hannah Lipnetsky, and same thing, like most of our freshmen, they're adjusting to the game, adjusting to the style, trying to figure things out as we go along, but she's playing a little better each game. She's got some speed to her, she works hard, so she's got some tools, she just needs to put it all together. Also on that side, we picked up a late player in the recruiting process, just right after school started pretty much. So Morgan Westling, so she transferred in, and she's been a very nice surprise. Same thing, very similar to MARIANA, has a very high work rate, very athletic, and she's just picking things up as we go along. She missed the preseason here, so she's been having to catch up a little bit. But she works so hard and she wants to learn, so she's doing really well for us out wide. Macy, she's played 2 different positions for us during preseason, during season. Sometimes we play her at outside back, depending on the health of her back line, and then sometimes we play her out wide. So she's a player who's trying to learn, trying to figure out the tactical side of the game a little bit. She helps us in the midfielder at times. Depends. So she plays more whenever AVERY has to fill in as a center back due to injuries, and Auburn and KAYLA, we work both of those players into the midfield. So Michelle, she's a player who just came in, wants to be a part of the team, and is a really hard worker, but she just needs to continue to develop and then just kind of transition into the college game, and it's hard, but she's getting better each practice, so that's a good thing, is that our players are improving, but we still have a long ways to go. I think we're going to be able to give teams a tough time. The biggest thing, and I've said this to multiple people, is just trying to stay healthy. We have such a small roster, such a young roster, but I see them progressing each week. It's just, can we keep them healthy, and are we going to have enough time with them to continue to progress? But we still have a lot of things to contend with. A lot of the teams in our league are a little bit more experienced than we are. They're older, more mature, very athletic, very physical. But we have a good group of players. We really do. It's just not a very big group. So yeah, we keep if we stay healthy, keep on progressing, we'll give teams a tough game. Carly, she's fit right in. She's come in. The girls really respect her. They really have seemed to bond with her very well, and that's been good to see. You know, she's just obviously being a new coach on the staff, and we're all new pretty much, but it's been nice to watch her just interact with all the players, and she's been a huge help in training. A lot of players use her as a good resource for individual work as well, so she's taken the time to work with players individually. So that's been really positive. So it's been really nice. I mean, we don't have to worry about the rain, only lightning. We've been able to train pretty consistent. Even games that sometimes will be canceled at other places, you know, we've been able to play here. So the girls really enjoy it. It's nice just stepping out on that field and just getting a good training session, and regardless whether it's raining or it's wet, it allows us just to go out there and train. So that's been a positive for us.